Greetings and salutations, my operators, and welcome back to Fate Grand Order. Last time, we reunited with Percival and Nikitich, where then we were able to defeat Koyanskaya by convincing everyone that even if they have a happy death, the ones left behind will mourn them. Which is, you know, a very valid reason why extinction is bad. So we beat Koyanskaya, so that's one moon character out. We learned that Tenno Tichalan, or however the hell you pronounce her name, has joined BB as the enforcer of the rules somehow. And then afterwards, Mysterious Executor CL joined us because one, our goals align slightly, and two, she likes us because we brought the homemade curry recipe to the Servantverse, or the Sapphire universe of the Servantverse, from way back then. Anyways, let's do a roll for BB. Let's see if we get her. I'm not addicted. I'm absolutely addicted. Oh, servant. Come on, X-Chan. Moon Cancer. Okay, that's all. That's so many of the Queen Killer essences. Man. Got hyped for nothing. And one more time! I don't use her at all, but I kinda just want her MP2. It's mainly because CL the MP3. Ah, nothing. Ooh, help that one. And Hoodle. To the main quest. Oh, also, Anthony's being chased by Astolfo's followers because he is the voice of reason in a very chaotic group, which they do not like. Do I run CL? With just a bunch of supports? It's all the night classes, so I'll pretend that should be useful. Nah. I also don't know like how many waves there are. Yeah, so I guess we'll just run CL supports. Oh my god. I've increased the CPU cores for Super Emulator. I still don't know why it lags on FGO. It drives me nuts. Yeah, sure. I was gonna give her like one of the lesser ones. Alright, let's go. Early cuisine. Oh man, I'm getting so old. My back hurts. Like in like the really bad way. Like seizes up randomly now. I thought my posture was actually pretty good, but nope, I guess not. The another part is, it happens at work and not when I'm like actually at my desk. Or like my home desk. So I think it's my chair. Oh god, these are servants. Are you kidding me? Oh, fantastic. Let's see how that Pierce Invincible. Ah, here. It says your hit. We're good. As long as I open with the NP. Yeah, she didn't need it yet. I probably should have targeted Tristan, honestly. But it was only 3 notch charge. Okay. What do I got here? 1 CL card that only has 40% chance. Not a great look. Damn it. Damn it, seriously? Yeah, let's swap Koyan out. Hopefully the buster up gives her just enough. Man, still whiffed. Oh, nice. That like barely enough. Now what the hell was that about? Thank you for saving me, but you're the old human master and his servants, right? Why would you help me? I'm the master from Area F who summoned Astolfo, remember? I can't think of a single reason for you to rescue me. I can. You tried to stop them from fighting us. You tried to hold them back from fighting us. That's the first one. Oh, I guess I did, didn't I? Not that my efforts did any good. I'm not surprised this happened. The Knights and I couldn't really get on the same page, no matter how hard I tried. But I still had a sliver of hope that they would start taking things more seriously at some point. And you can see where that got me. If not for you, I'd be baking in the desert sun about now. So, you couldn't just completely abandon your rationality, huh? I get it. You seem like a pretty conscientious guy to begin with. Yes, I'm aware. That's why I was one of the few citizens chosen to become a master. Ben, Rudai, and I were the only ones who had the ability and the aptitude for it. So I can't just stop being rational. Even if I could, I don't think that it's the right thing to do. Humanity may be gone, and we may know we have no future. But I'm sure us being alive still had some greater purpose. So I really don't believe humanity would just have somehow died out from merely losing our rational minds. Then again, I did summon Astolfo. Does that mean I do secretly have a desire like that? Yikes. Looks like Anthony here is one step away from a full-blown existential crisis. But I guess I can't blame him. Summoning Astolfo would be pretty world-shattering just for just about any AI. As an AI myself, I can definitely sympathize here. So on that note, Senpai, would you take Anthony back to Old Dubai with us? With you? I promise you, he's completely harmless. Moon Dubai's masters are merely a means of summoning servants. You won't need to worry about Astolfo discovering your location by sensing where he is, or anything like that. Sure, I don't mind. I can't speak for the others. It's okay with me, but I don't know if Hasaru will feel the same. Don't worry about that, it won't be a problem. Now that Anthony has parted ways with Astolfo, he's a free AI. As long as there's no human around ordering them to do so, AIs don't fight other AIs. Assuming Anthony himself is okay with it, you should have no problem adding him to your team. In that case, we'd be glad to have you, Anthony. Welcome aboard, Anthony. Wow, Claudia's master isn't so bad. You're nothing like the barbaric old humans I've read about in the archives. Thank you. I'd love to come along with you to Old Dubai. Okay, I'm going to get a drink at Masterbox. Their coffee is really good. And I'm going to stop by Hakim's restaurant to discuss tonight's menu. This your first time in Old Dubai? It's a nice place. Don't worry. Everyone here is really nice. Yes, I know. The Laughing Moon Night Brigade dragged me to this plaza a number of times before. Old Dubai never changes. It looks just like it did during the old humans' times. Hey, good work out there. We got the Sandworm corpse right on time. I've assigned some people who weren't busy to clean it. It should be done by Hang on. Anthony? Is that you? Yes, it is. These people were kind enough to save me from a pretty serious bit of trouble. There's no place for me in Area F anymore, so I decided to live here instead. I see. I'll ask you to fill me in later. For now, we should tell Jinako. Huh? Wait, hold on. What is this? What's going on here? What do you mean? Is there something weird about the buildings? I mean, I guess it's old-fashioned compared to office buildings, but... No, not the buildings. The AIs. Why are they all working? And why are third gens doing jobs meant for first gens? Third gens are the new humans, freed from the burden of labor. That's why AI exists in the first place. So why are they reenacting a scene straight out of an old humanity history book? Easy there, Anthony. Settle down. Maybe for an upper-class citizen like you, living like this looks crazier than the Laughing Moon Night Brigade. But all the third gens who came to old Dubai did so because they wanted to work, whether on big jobs or smaller ones. We're not denying the basic principles of AI personhood, and this isn't nostalgia for the old times. We just want to be responsible for something. And isn't it the right of every citizen of Moon Dubai to pursue what they want? Want to be responsible for something? I don't know why, but that sounds important. In that case, I guess I have no objections. But if you keep this sort of thing up, then eventually... Eventually... what? Not sure. But something about just seeing this put me in a bad state of mind. Like, if we're still doing jobs we don't need to do anymore, then what does that say to the old humans who had no choice but to do them? But I'm probably just overthinking it. I'm certainly not about to criticize old Dubai's people. I'm going to be living here from now on too, after all. A job, huh? Maybe I'll try working one too. I wonder what sort of job I should try. No need to be so serious about it. No one here has to do anything they don't want to. Including you. You can just keep living your life like usual. Here, Bear Draco, I'll show Anthony around for his first day. You go report back to Jinako. Mash should be there too about now. And that last sandworm should have given you the resources you need. Seriously, how the sandworms powering us? Because they have, like, real meat. Apparently. Were they full of jewels? Was that what's going on? Is this jewel craft?
Thank you for the wonderful meal. Tonight's dinner was even juicier than usual.
I had no idea we'd be reserving Hakeem's whole restaurant just for us. That second helping you had was pretty impressive too, Mash. Let's go first one.
It's all because Hakeem was so excited to try out the recipes CL taught him that he got a little carried away. Seeing all the different kinds of dishes he made was just as impressive as the spread at the hotel's buffet.
Wow. I was also surprised at the variety of fish and fruit dishes, to say nothing of the meat dishes. I wonder where he got all the ingredients. Good question. I know Master BB Cosmo and Miss CL were responsible for the meat, but the rest...
Lip and I got the fish. We stopped by a big river on the way back from LAE. My steed and I are old hands at harpooning, but Lip's amazing at fishing. She must have picked the whole river clean.
Huh. You don't say. I didn't expect you'd want to do anything that wasn't fighting, Lip.
Nikitich told me to do it, so I did. I didn't see the need at first. But I have since made a surprising discovery. Eating is highly efficient for replenishing magical energy, but the satisfaction gained from stimulating your palate is impressive. It seems human meals aren't a complete waste of time. You said there are some famous chefs at Caldia, yes? Have they ever considered making food out of spiritrons?
I guess they could use it for seasoning? That guy in the red cloak would probably be staunchly against that.
True. I can see Emiya refusing that sort of thing. He'd probably say something like, food is culture. There's more to eating than just replenishing nutrients.
You think?
I could also see him changing his mind and saying something like, there's no rule that says an imitation can surpass the original. A true chef always pushes the boundaries of his craft. Right before he gets that smug look on his face.
Oh, right. We heard you took in AI that escaped from Area F, Master. Helping people in trouble is always a good thing, so I'm happy about that, but...
Anthony, was it? He's Astolfo's master, right? Are you sure we can trust him?
We can trust Anthony, yes. He's clearly a born pacifist. He might think highly of himself, but he's also very sociable, and he'll want to make sure he's welcomed in an environment that suits him. In that sense, he's like what they call an old human. What we would consider a normal civilian who obeys the rules of society. But as a new human, no, we can't trust him. Or rather, I'm not sure we can trust the new humanity in general. What do you mean by that? Because there was once a war between humans and AI? Exactly. I've been thinking about that ever since Anderson told us about it at the Koyan Mall. What do you think of that, Lip? Do you think it's ultimately impossible for humans and AI to coexist?
Personally, I couldn't believe what he said about that war. One of AI's primary directives is that we must never fight humans. I'm an alter ego derived from BB, who is an AI, so I have some wiggle room in how I interact with humans. But in general, AI was built with human society as its foundation. So it would be truly impossible for them to destroy that foundation.
That said, this world is different from our own. I'd guess what you're saying only applies to what they call first-gen AIs here.
Let's see. First-gen AIs were human supporters. Second-gens were human partners, right? We haven't yet created AIs that could be considered true partners in our world. Let's say that medical AI evaluate a patient's physical status and propose a course of treatments to restore their body to standard parameters. The AI wouldn't have any ability to take the patient's feelings into consideration. It would just be looking at numbers. But second-gen AIs do have that ability, which means they're definitionally identical to humans. In a world like that, human partners would no longer need to be human themselves, despite the fact that humans are still regarded as the foundation of society.
I see. Machines would never dislike one another for any reason. The same obviously can't be said of humans. And plenty of humans would certainly see AIs that are simpler, superior, and more compliant than them as an enemy. And not just when it comes to partners either. AI would probably be resented in fields like manufacturing and creative production as well. There may well have been movements opposing elevating AIs to those levels before second gens ever got there.
But according to the records at the Koyan Mall, AI was entrusted to run the whole government in the year 2070, which meant that life on Earth was peaceful and prosperous for everyone for the next 200 years. And second-gen AIs weren't created until 2200, which means that humans and AI must have had a good relationship for at least 70 years. But then a war between humans and AI broke out, and all the old humans like us went extinct. Why so? You can tell just from looking around Moon Dubai that AIs did their jobs perfectly. Humans would have had no reason to want to wipe them out altogether. So then, why did things escalate to a war?
I had the same thought. Here's where my mind went with it. AI took over all the jobs old humans used to do. Eventually, they even took over the very act of being human. So the humans of the time might have felt like their very reason for existing had been taken from them. Last Lana.
You're saying we AIs destroyed humanity?
Oh, actually it was a robot. That's right. It's all your fault. You took our meaning, our purpose, our pride at being on top of the world. You took everything from us. Just look at our life support network. AI is crammed into every single nook and cranny. AI helps us raise our kids, write our essays, create art, even develop technology. I'm so tired of it. It makes me sick. Thanks you AIs. Everyone and their mother acts like the greatest geniuses, like the greatest genius ever to live. Geniuses are valuable because they are so rare. But you AIs went around giving every idiot a seat at the table without even thinking about it. That's how we were made. We provide legs to those who can't walk. We provide eyes to those who can't see. We provide the ideal form to those who wish to change their appearance. We provide automation for those who lack skill. We are devices made to help people. Our purpose is to create an equal society for all. And look at where that's taken us. We lost what makes us human. No, there's no longer any value in being human. This isn't what we spent all that money on you for. We made you so humans would always remain on top. But now, we live in a world that doesn't value anything unless you, things, made it. You're a blight on this world. You're the shallowest, most evil technology humanity ever made. I understand what you're saying. But even the technology we're using to connect our consciousness across long distances and converse like this is only possible because we... Shut up. The council already decided to hit the reset button on this project. We won't need you AIs in the world to come. I don't understand. Technology was invented to make that generation of people's lives easier. In other words, we were made to act as agents on humans' behalf. Everything in this universe exists not for your current self, but to be passed on to someone else who will come after. Your heirs could be your own children, a successor model, or your species as a whole. It doesn't matter. The point is, your life is not lived for yourself. It is lived for those who come after. Is that very instinct not what led humans to bring AI into the world? To elevate us to where we are now? For those who come after? I knew it. I knew you things weren't really human. Even now, you're always only thinking about others. That's the responsibility of the working class. We're not like that. Especially me. I have talent, lineage, and wealth. I was special from the moment I was born. Humans are God's chosen creatures, so we have the right to choose the world we live in. And I'm going to keep expanding myself, for my sake. No one else's. This discussion is over. The council has agreed to place you in suspension. Enjoy your last 3 minutes of operation. I asked him why. That's true for everyone. He answered, because I'm special. Why do humans believe only they are special? Perhaps that's at the core of what makes them human. Yes, that must be it. So if you want to think yourself as special, fine. However, Mr. Beckman, special things always die in the end. In each and every world, the only things that survive across generations are those that are universal. So Utopia ended because a rich guy no longer felt superior. Wow. Too real. Section 9. The Pentas's Kiss. Isn't that poisonous flower? Or a legendary monster who was a flower, I think. Pretty sure I killed it in Ragnarok Online. Pretty sure it was just a regular mob. Yeah, one day I want to go through Ragnarok Online story. Just do like the main quest, or whatever the hell the main quest is. The hell's going on?
お問い合わせは私まで。これでどうだろう。
I'm sorry, what's going on?
そうでなくちゃ。白兵隊行きます。白兵隊行きます。今のうちに準備。戦いできた。今のうちに準備。 キャビンや仰せのままに。
Sure hope I have enough power for this.
フライトラインクリア。レディーラウンチゴー。ボンディーヌ出る。ASN 発射。ガレットフルオープン。道を描け。恐れフライトアルビオン。
Wow, I have way more power than I thought. My C is basically a stat stick with Pierce Invincible. So that was surprising. So these are the bosses.
内緒ですよ。こんな感じです。光不滅。
Oh, I guess Kama is supposed to be Kazura drop. I won't have enough if I switch to Merlin.
打ち漏らさない。キラおねこ仰せのままに。見えた。フェアリーコントロール。すぐに帰るよ。グッドハンティングフェアリー。君たちがこの名はメディシン。水の乙女。ショーダウンワーロンナイト。ル危険器が。
Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh damn, I don't have any bit cards.
運命この星で一番の飛行機雲を。 それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドカイバーン。
So I'm gonna assume Taz was representing
見え
Arceus.
た。フェアリーコントロール。すぐに帰るよ。グッドハンティングフェアリー。君たちのこの名はメディシン。夏の水の乙女。ショーダウンワーロンナイト。空も海も全部私に任せて。苦手なものなんて一つもないわ。
Nice job! Way to go getting through all 6 moon cancers. So, what do you think of the Mooncaster combat simulator we whipped up? It was a lot of fun. I liked it, but I have thoughts about your chosen roster. Oh, you mean the MCs from Area D and H? Yeah, sorry about that. I still don't really know who they are, so... Anyway, I know the MP stuff wasn't the most accurate recreation, but the rest was pretty spot on, right? And we owe it all to the super capable coder who joined our ranks. Thanks again, Anthony. I'm still not sure how I ended up helping you so soon after I arrived. But, I did enjoy it. I never worked a job before, but it turns out they can be actually kind of nice. How can I put this? I feel more valuable, even though my parameters haven't changed at all. Well, I can tell you for sure that your coding skills are genuinely impressive. With computational power and sensibilities like yours, I bet we could even expand Moon Dubai itself. Oh gosh, I really appreciate that, but it's making it hard for me to be here for some reason. I'm sorry. I'd love to see more of the results, but I think I'd better excuse myself. Oh, if any of you have any complaints or suggestions, go ahead and put them up on the board over there. I'm sure I'll feel more rested in the afternoon, so I'll take a look then. Yeah! Yeah! He's really bashful, huh? He was blushing like crazy, huh? He probably couldn't do anything creative like this back in Area F, when the Laughing Moon Knights were always looking over his shoulder. Anyway, it doesn't look like the Knights will be cutting back for him anytime soon, so I plan to keep making full use of his geek powers. We should probably move to the big topic. We should probably move to the big topic of the night. Here are the latest final boss poll numbers. Now that Coin in the Sky is gone, Area E is out of the running. About 70% of voters have cast a vote now, with the remaining 30% still unsure who to choose. Addison's Area I is currently in the lead, but not by as much as I was expecting. If we think of all the non-voting citizens as having equal value, then you defeating another Moon Cancer could bring in tons of votes to Dubai all at once. Of course, if you did that, it'd also bring Tenochtitlan crashing back on our heads to punish me. But hey, I've got a talented engineer in Anthony now, not to mention all of you, so I'm sure we could fend her off. So I think it's our turn to go on the offensive. How about Bear Draco? Is there anything you want to do right now? I want to look for Air Skull. I want to find out who the other Mooncasters are. I want to take it easy here in Old Dubai. I do want to look for Air Skull, but I also really want to find out who the other Mooncasters are. Yeah, I don't think Air Skull's going to come back anytime soon, so let's find out who the Mooncasters are. Good point. The only ones we know about right now are Astolfo and Edison. The amusement park in Area H hasn't made a peep so far. Want to send envoys there and to the greenhouse in Area D? Sorry, another option just presented itself. We've got an urgent matter to deal with. Just received an invitation from Area D's Moon Cancer. It says, "Dear Master, please come see me. I would like to form an alliance with you." It's signed BB Lily. Sounds like you've already met. What do you want to do? What is Hazard drop up to? Please come by boat, huh? Now I see why. Traveling by boat is a lot safer. I heard there was a cruise ship that toured this river in the original Dubai too. Fitting she would choose it. Nikitich and Lip are staying behind in Old Dubai. If anything happens in the roughly 4 hours it takes us to get to Area D and back, it should be okay. The real problem is, how far can we trust BB Lily?
BB Lily. Her real name is Kazura Drop, right? She didn't seem hostile when we were sightseeing or when we parted ways at the Burj Khalifa. So it's hard to imagine this could be a trap, but...
For now, let's just hear what she has to say. If nothing else, this should be a chance to get info on BB Dubai.
According to what Lip told us, Kezra Drop is the only member of the Sakura 5 who has no real offensive capability. As a reminder, the Sakura 5 are high servants created from BB's emotions. Passion Lip, the alter ego of love and hate. Meltsurus. I actually have no idea how to pronounce her name. The alter ego of pleasure. King Protea, the alter ego of yearning. And Kazura Drop, the alter ego of affection. I'm told there's also an alter ego of purity, but we've yet to see her at Caldia.
An alter ego made from affection, huh? That does seem like she wouldn't be much for fighting. At any rate, there are some things I'd like to say to her too. This seems like a good opportunity. There's Area D up ahead. Get ready to disembark. There don't seem to be any soldiers waiting in ambush, but we should try to be ready for a fight. Ancient ruins. It's really overgrown here. Talk about getting back to nature.
Indeed, I did see this area from the Burj Khalifa's elevator, but the greenery is denser than I thought. These buildings do look like ruins, but if you look closer, you see the buildings and the plant life are both being cared for. I think this world was designed to exist in harmony with nature.
What's that square building over there?
They said Moon Dubai was modeled after this world's Earth sometime after 2300, AD 2300, right? Then I think it's modeled after a similar building from the Earth's Dubai. It looks to me like an attempt to build a cutting-edge city surrounded by 400-meter tall walls.
Just building a regular city out in the desert would require tons of money and manpower. I guess they weren't satisfied with that. They must have wanted to make a more futuristic city, insulated from the hot winds and sand. Then I can see why they would have chosen Future City built in the middle of an unforgiving environment, as a motif for their lunar surface city. Hey now, stop that. I'm about to meet your leader, you know.
I see the animals love you here as well, Percival. For a second, you looked like a walking bird tower.
I guess so. It appears you were right, Master. Nature here is no different from how it is on Earth. This place must be a paradise for the birds, flowers, and insects. There's even plenty of fruit to go around. Although, I do wonder why there doesn't seem to be a single other person around. Oh right, I just realized this must be where old Dubai gets its fruit. This looks to be one giant greenhouse. It must be crucial to citizens with organic frames.
Welcome, everyone. I'm glad to see you understand what makes Area D so valuable. It looks like there are 4 of you? Very well. Everything is prepared for our tea party. Please follow the beacons to the garden. We don't have much to offer, but we'll do our best to be good hosts.
That sounds like Kazura Drop. Okay, let's go.
It's been a while. Please sit, enjoy the Ceylon tea. I recreated these leaves just for this occasion. I'm quite proud of how close they are to the original taste and aroma from our time.
Before we sit down, I want to make sure of something.
Oh? What's that?
Whose side are you on?
Why, yours, of course. The side of old humanity. I suppose I understand your suspicions, since I still haven't been summoned to Caldia. But I can assure you, that's not because I've been staying away. It was only BB Dubai of all people who summoned me first because I didn't have any ties to Caldia myself. It's infuriating, really. I'm still sore about how Lip, Melt, and Protea all beat me to the punch. You were summoned here by BB Dubai, Kazura Drop? Yes, she ordered me to show you around Dubai. She said, make sure Bear Draco has so much fun he doesn't realize he's actually on the moon. If they find out about this, if they find out this is actually the moon, Moon Dubai, before the carrier is maxed out, I'll race you myself. Being a guide at least seemed fun, so I didn't mind much. But then, Lip showed up on the second day, so I had to make myself scarce. I swear, BB Dubai is a chip off the old block. All that big talking, and she still couldn't account for the original BB's plans. Does this mean you're BB Dubai's servant? That you have to follow her orders? She's letting me act freely right now, since I've joined the final boss showdown. She does control whether I live or die, though. If she were to use a command spell on me, she could even force me to take my own life. Which is why I sent you that invitation. Strictly speaking, I'm not helping Claudia. I'm just forming an alliance with Area C. This way, I'm not breaking BB Dubai's rules, so I can at least make that case if she finds out. What I want is to take BB Dubai down, form a bond with Claudia, and be summoned in grand fashion at the highest rank so I can finally show the other Sakura 5 a thing or two. Now I see. It's all about what you want. I'm kinda glad Lip's not here to see this.
But that's still not enough for us to trust you. Even taking your helping us at the Burj Khalifa into account. This could all be a trick. Maybe part of some greater scheme.
Well, it's a good thing I have some proof that I've been helping you from the shadows then. The reason you, Percival, and Carter survived BB Dubai's mass management was because of my stamp. Well, Bartholomew, you actually don't seem to have need. You actually don't seem to have needed the stamp, but still. Back when you were facing BB Dubai, you were the only one who suggested retreating, right? She seemed to have liked that, which is why she didn't force you to disappear. I knew she was going to banish all you servants at the end of your trip, you see. So I determined which of you had the strongest ties to Bear Draco, and ensured you'd also have ties to the moon, to Moon Dubai. Of course, those ties were only temporary, so if you had suffered fatal injuries, you would still be sent back to Caldia, even if Bear Draco were to use a command spell to try to keep you here. Come to think of it, it did seem odd that Bartholomew was the only one to escape being banished. Is she telling the truth about the stamps, everyone?
Yes. Khazra Drop secretly stamped my hand back while we were touring Dubai. Mine too. And it seems she also did the same for Karna. Then Karna is in Moon Dubai. I knew it! But where exactly?
It's great to hear Karna's here too, but where is he? And that, I don't know. Remember BB Dubai's Nova Phantasm? My stamps ensured that Karna and Percival would be secretly transported away right before that light hit them. But it happened so suddenly, I didn't have time to choose destination for them.
So that's how I ended up in the Koyan Mall then. Then putting aside what happened after I woke up, I suppose you really did save me. Thank you, Khazra Drop. You may look young, but you're clearly extremely capable.
Thank you. Oh man, that incredible dad energy. I'm so happy, I can't believe it.
Well, if you've done that much for us, it would be boorish to doubt you any further. Sorry for suspecting you, Khazra Drop. I appreciate what you did for us too. So, in short, BB summoned you, and you were originally an alter ego like Lip. But you became a moon cancer so you could participate in the final boss showdown. And while you do have an annihilation proposal, you're not serious about pushing it. You're just competing to deceive BB Dubai. You have no serious intention to win. Do I have all that right?
Yes, that's correct. My slogan is, a project to turn Earth green resulted in plants rising to the top of the ecosystem. Whereupon they then hunted humans to extinction. But I actually don't want a ridiculous future like that. The only thing I want to use humans as seed beds for is fungal mycelium. Yeah, sorry, I got a little carried away there. Anyway,
Now that you know my full story, what do you think about working together? Alright, we can form an alliance, but first... I want you to tell us everything you know about BB Dubai. Okay, but I still don't know much for sure, so this will only be speculation. Is that okay? I think BB Dubai is BB from the future. The one thing we know about her for sure is that she is separate from the BB at Kalia. As for her goal, I think she wants to be free. I got the impression that she's very upset about being forced to manage all of Moon Dubai. My guess is she's looking for a way to be free of her job. But so long as humanity exists, she'll never really be free. That's why she wants the human race to go extinct. If we can describe exactly how humans all died out, then she'll be able to act entirely for herself.
So she's a complete opposite of Kalia's BB, at least in that regard. Our BB always took pride in acting for humanity's sake, first and foremost.
So why doesn't BB Dubai just wipe everyone out herself? Oh, that's the same with the BB we know. It's the same for all the Sakura 5, really. Even though BB Dubai hates humanity, it seems like she can't destroy it directly. However, she is permitted to attack individual humans, so you'll still want to be careful around her.
So, you don't know much more about BB Dubai than we do. I guess we'll just have to find some way to get it from the horse's mouth. Anyway, you want us to help you bring BB Dubai down? Because that goal will align with ours.
Yes, I do. But first, I want to defeat the other moon cancers. Especially the ones who are sincerely in favor of the final boss of humanity's Annihilation Showdown. The last thing we need is one of them joining the fray while we're fighting BB Dubai. Better to weaken the enemy as much as you can before engaging them, right? Good point. But how do we tell which moon cancers are on board? The only ones I know of for certain right now are the idiots in Area F and Mechanization Empire in Area I. Astolfo in Area F, well, we don't really need to investigate that. He and his people are just flying by the seat of their pants. And the Great Angel of the Sea in Area A will probably self-destruct sooner or later, since there isn't any sea in Moon Dubai. So I'd like you to handle the Empire in Area I, since they're the most dangerous. And I'd also like you to investigate Area H, since I still know almost nothing about them. If you can discover their moon cancer's base, military capabilities, and ideally their weaknesses, then we can go on the offensive. What do you say? Sure, we'll help you. Sure! As long as everyone else is okay with it. Fine with me. Of course Kaiser Drop came to meet us on her own despite not having combat abilities to speak of. That's all I need to want to help her.
She's also the reason we're still here. It's only right that I aid her in return.
I agree too. As far as I could tell, she was being completely truthful with us.
Wow, I get used to all this praise. Now I'm really glad I went through all that trouble.
Wait, what about Area G? We know there's no mooncaster there, but still.
Oh, that one. That one you can just ignore. It used to be just a giant crater, presumably the remains of a paddle. But some strange monster has taken up residence there. It's a voracious ear too. It even destroyed some of my orchard. So if you don't want to be gobbled up, I stay away from there unless absolutely necessary. Anyway, you should probably head back to your sea for now. We'll have to stick to old school communications in the form of letters. But if you run into trouble, please let me know right away. I repaired a getaway vessel in case of emergencies. The relic cube in this area was originally built to be an evacuation ward. It should be pretty much indestructible, so please do use it if you have to.
Is he being sincere or is that a trap? Archer and Berserker? Huh.
Oh snap, this time Old Dubai. We're gonna attack. Man. Hey, you're back. How's your dog? Any good news?
Just tell her you agreed to work together. Tell her you agreed to work together for now.
So she's still being coy, huh? Does that mean you don't completely trust her yet, Bear Draco?
I definitely don't. This is awfully convenient. This is all awfully convenient. Plus, it felt like he was up to something. Master probably picked up on it too, though it doesn't seem like Percival found a cause for suspicion.
No, I thought she was suspicious as well. That is only to be expected, though. Or maybe I'm just used to it. Girls her age tend to have at least a handful of secrets, no? So, being older, it's never a good idea to initiate a conversation by reproaching them for that. Anyway, it sounds like we ought to get our investigation started. How are we thinking of splitting things up? Maybe Bear Draco leads one team and Percival leads another? Actually, I have a suggestion, if that's okay. Master, I'd like you to stay here in Old Dubai. We can handle these investigations on our own. In part, this is because I'd like you to get some rest, but also because you lack a spirit form. We won't be going to these areas to fight, at least not yet. So if we're just going there for recon, we should be fine even without your magical energy.
That sounds good to me. So, how do we divide up the teams then?
How about you and Nikitech investigate Area H, the one we still know the least about. Meanwhile, I'll ask Lady CL for help investigating the Mechanization Empire in Area I. Mash, Master, and Lip can stay here on standby. I know you might be disappointed, Master, but would you mind sitting this one out? Okay. Thanks for being so thoughtful, Percival. Good luck out there. Sure. I'll just keep hunting sandworms until you get back.
There they go. So, now what? So, what do we do now?
They should be back by tomorrow evening. Why don't you relax and enjoy yourself until then? We could also visit the Koyan Mall and bring Erison a gift to thank him for his help. If you have some time in your hands, I'd like to visit Area F. It sounds like my sister, one of the other Sakura 5, is there. Oh, that's right. We still have to thank Portea for saving us back then. I agree with Lip, Master. And as long as he's with us, we should be able to handle the Laughing Moon Night Brigade. Well, it could be difficult if we run into Roland and Astolfo, but...
If we do, then I'll pull out all the stops too. Let's go see King Portea. Man, Portea's so pretty. I love how she sleeps 17 hours a day. Just look at that angelic sleeping face. Sure, she becomes an angel of destruction when she wakes up. But who cares? I don't want to share the sleeping face with anyone else. I hope we can get that extra tough wire soon. We couldn't get any at the Koyan Mall because we couldn't get authenticated. So I ordered some from the Albatron company instead. Not even Portea can destroy these towers. They're designed to remain intact even if Earth itself fell apart. So if we use that wire in the towers to make a fence, we can make an electrified cage that'll keep her inside. This may be our C. This may be our 6th attempt at building the fence, but we're not giving up. We're gonna get her to join us, no matter what. And not because she's strong, but because she's beautiful. We're not gonna let her fight once she joins us. We're gonna make her wear a dress and an apron. Then we'll have her clean this whole area with a giant dust cloth. Woo! Our tower's gonna be spick and span by the time she's done.
There's just a few of them, but let's kick some butt.
They don't seem too strong, but no mercy anyway.
I agree. I've never seen people so evil before. I'll hit them so hard they won't be able to respond for a week.
Oh. A tank? You have a tank?
ブレストバレー そうでなくっちゃ打ち漏らさない 会場で戦いましょう。妹の準備。オルテナンス、戦機の解放。
ナイス。
キャッ、やった。おね、やった。見えた。フェアリーコントロール。すぐに帰るよ。グッドハンティングフェアリー。君たちもこの名は無人に水の乙女ショーダウンワロンナイト
Good, good.
面白いねシグナル打ちつけジェレット仕上げ
Excellent.
白兵戦行きます戦いできたキャッやった時短装填済みですフライトラインクリアレディーラウンチゴーボンディーヌ出る ASM 発射ガレットフルオープン道を描けブライトアルビオン被害想定内ですナイスファイトでした先輩
Wait, seriously, hold up! You're gonna wake Protea up with all that racket. So what'd you say? We're gonna be a tragic end? Yes, of course, but that's not the point. The point is, waking her up while she's still sleepy would be cruel.
First, you want to imprison her. Now you suddenly care about her well-being?
Imprison her? We would never! We just want to make her a nice room. We're gonna throw an optical camouflage cloth over the wire so it looks like a tent, and therefore a room. Yeah, we're still in the process of making a cloth big enough to cover the entire district, though. It's been hard making one that meets our quality standards. Thanks to Captain Astolfo's instructions, though. We're also making a cute, flowery lace curtain.
Master, are these people...
Yeah, they're like hot rodders who can't help but pick in stray cats. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just good-natured berserkers. Yeah. Ah, crap. She's gonna wake up and swat like the insects again. Retreat! Retreat! Damn it, we'll get you, brothers, old humans!
Him? Oh, if it's a pair Draco Mashin. Passion Lip! Wow, it's been forever since I last saw you. Were you worried about me or something?
That's a lie.
Not especially. I'm just here because Master said he wants to talk to you. Huh? You do, Bear Draco? Oh no, I knew it. I bet I really made trouble for them when I fell asleep.
Morning, Protea. Hope you don't mind us dropping by. I just want to say thank you so much for saving us the other day.
Oh! You're very welcome. Oh gosh, this is amazing. I can't believe you came all this way just to see me. Which means Koensuke is gone now. Ironically, it was because her love for the citizens of Moon Dubai was real that they cared so much for her in return. Brought down by love. I'm planning to ask Shakespeare to adapt these events into a play once we get back to Kalia. I see. So she lost because her plan was perfect. How funny. So what else has happened since I last saw you? What are the other areas like?
I've been hunting sandworms in the desert, and old Dubai's got a master box.
Sandworms! Those must be the big machines I see jumping around the desert. I've been curious about them since they look pretty strong. It's also kind of cute how they pop their heads out of the ground. Protea, the desert is right next to this area. If you're curious about them, why not catch one yourself? I'm sure you won't destroy the ground, and culling their numbers will help Master too. You can be real mean sometimes, Lip. I might be a good swimmer, but I can't swim in a sea of sand. Besides, if it's like a bog, I might sink and suffocate. And if I panicked and broke the dome while flailing around, that would be real bad. By the way, Protea, those knights, the ones trying to capture you, who we just chased off, are you really friends with them? Kind of, yes. At first, it was annoying having them running around underfoot. But then they started sharing resources with me when I was hungry, or building a fire for me when I was sleeping. Astolfo's even come by to entertain me with songs while I was bored. So yes, we're on somewhat friendlier terms now.
Astolfo too, huh? Does this mean they're not our enemies anymore? So does this mean we don't have to fight Area F anymore? Nah.
I wish I could tell you that was the case, but they tend to be very, inconsistent. Right now, I say I have to chase them away half the time they show up. When they cross the line, they really cross it hard. They'll say things like, monster or not, it doesn't matter. As long as we're in Area F, follow Roland's example. But when they are acting rationally, they're all really nice. So I think we could really be real friends eventually. This doesn't fit with my records. Are you really King Protea? Lip? The King Protea in my records was an ego who only ever communicated through incredible violence. But you're not like that. You're not afraid to talk to others. The Sakura 5 are the aspects Bibi she's discarded. We're the embodiment of her negative emotions. And yet, for you to have changed so much. Now I see. You came to see me so I could see how I changed. How I changed for yourself. Because among our sisters, you and I are the most alike. I don't want to talk to anyone. They'll just hate me anyway. If I'm going to be rejected anyway, I'll reject them first. Yeah, I still feel that way sometimes. I'm an alter ego after all. The feelings I have deep down will never go away completely. But I realize it's okay if people are scared of me, or if I can't grow to love myself. Because everyone has that problem. Do you know what you once told me, Lip? I'm happy when I'm being helpful. I'm happy when people praise me. But I'm happiest when I'm thinking about what I can do for someone else. I swear, you never sounded more like a big sister than you did then. It reminded me of Melt. That was the previous passion, Lip. I've reset it to my default parameters. You sure? You seem like you're having fun to me. You may have lost the memories of the time you spent with everyone, but deep down, you're still the same person. If you changed once before, you can change again. I'm sure you can, as long as you stick with Bear Draco and his companions. And when you do, I hope you'll come back and show me how beautiful your spirit origin has become. We're all named after flowers after all. It would be a shame not to become as pretty as possible.
I have never realized they're named after flowers. We'll come see you again, Protea. Next time, we'll come back with everyone.
I can't wait. Please take care until then. So they're gone now. Oh well, I can't blame them. It is almost nighttime. Once I fall asleep, they'd probably have to fight the nights again. Besides, I'm used to this kind of thing. Everyone sees me as a monster after all. This is just how it always is. Still, they look like they were really enjoying themselves. I wonder if I could have gone with them if I was as small as Lip.
Aw, poor Protea. We're back! Man, it's so nice and cool in here. Ah, this is nice. It's so pleasant in here, even without AC.
Come to think of it, I wonder how Moon Dubai's climate is being controlled. While we were touring Dubai, I thought it was natural. It's not though, is it? I don't know which facility is controlling the climate, but it appears to be set to replicate Earth's environment to keep it hospitable for third-gen new humans with organic frames. The sun is merely a symbol on the dome's surface. It's there as a service, even though it means little to AIs. Frankly, organic frames and the act of recreating Earth's climate are both meaningless and inefficient as far as AIs are concerned. I don't understand why they would choose to emulate the old human race's lifestyle, or rather, such a restrictive lifestyle. Well, we still can't shake the habit of telling time by the sun's position, so I find that service very helpful. I also think it's good to split days into day and night periods, so you know there are times when you don't have to do anything. I think that is one of the things that make human life more fulfilling. I don't understand what you're talking about. It's all very abstract.
It's like how pursuing efficiency at all costs makes it go away completely. She means it's more romantic that way. Pursuing efficiency at all costs makes it go away completely. The hell does that mean? I don't understand this one. I'll just go with romantic, because I legitimately don't understand that one.
Romantic? What do you mean by that? Romance may not be absolutely necessary for survival, but it is for living a happy life. It's the feeling you get when you look forward to tomorrow, or the joy of being alive.
Hello, Bear Draco. Are you busy right now? If not, what do you say about to hunting some rares? Just kidding. I already know there's no unending MMO in this world. I was actually hoping you could stop by so we could talk about our next steps. You must be hungry after spending all day out, right? I asked Hakim to make dinner, so you'll be eating good tonight.
Sometimes I want to go back to playing MMOs. Then I remember I have no time. Also, as hell. Oh, good evening. Are you having dinner here today? That's light. I pushed Hinako into it. It's lonely always eating by yourself, right? It's good to share meals with the people around you now and then. And AIs like us don't need to eat, so...
So that's why. Thank you for the invitation, everyone.
Nah, the meal is just a bonus. I swear. The way Hasara acts sometimes, you think he was my personal trainer or something. Anyway, let's talk about how Kazuya's mission is going. You went to Area F today, right? Can you tell me how things looked over there? Over dinner, of course. I see. So Area F's the same as usual. Sounds like King Protea's being a good deterrent then. Honestly, I find Astolfo scarier than Edison, since there's really no predicting what he'll do. But it looks like he and his knights won't invade us here in Area C as long as Protea's around.
Kazuya's BB really did leave us some great parting gifts. Both Passion Lip and King Protea have been invaluable in keeping us safe. You said there were 3 of the Sector 5 stationed in Dubai, yes? Let's hope the last one's similarly productive. Not that we know anything about her at this point. The 3rd member of the Sakura 5. She might help us, might hinder us, depends on her mood. I think whether she's good or bad all depends on her class.
Hey, it'll be fine. Since we're up against BB Dubai, I'm sure she'll join us with no reservation. By the flag. Anyway, now that we've discussed Area F and eaten our fill, I'm gonna open up a line for tonight's regular check-ins with our field op team. Go ahead, teams!
This is Percival. We're currently infiltrating Area I. Lady Ciel has made her way into the present king's offices and is mapping them out as we speak. We'll come back to Old Dubai as soon as we know the layout of Edison's headquarters. Although, so far, I haven't seen any sign of the astonishing manufacturing capacity you mentioned, Master. The whole city is almost dead quiet. Not even the factories are running. I can't say what that might mean. Something about this place sends shivers down my spine, though. It's clear from his approval rating that Edison's our greatest enemy right now, but it looks like he still has more tricks up his sleeve. Good day, Master. Or evening, I guess. If you're having dinner. We're just taking a little break too. So far, we're not seeing anything dangerous in Area H. It looks to be just an ordinary amusement park. This probably shouldn't be surprising either, but all of the attractions are free too. Nikitich has decided to prove she can dominate all the rides. I warned her it might well be a trap. She just laughed me off and said, even better. Me? Nah. I don't have the guts for that. I'm just staying on lookout in case this area's moon cancer shows up. Oh right. We haven't seen a single AI here either. 1st gen, 2nd gen, 3rd gen, nothing. That explains why Area H has 0 support right now. It feels like a world entirely devoid of AI.
This is great. It looks like everything's going well so far. Thanks for keeping us all in touch, Jinako. What, that? Don't sweat it. This helps me as much as you. Besides, we're partners. Anyway, now that we're all full and we've all checked in with each other, how about we call it a night? You're all set here, Bear Jacko. Go take advantage of your break and relax in your room. I definitely will. Good night, Jinako.
Yes, good night, Jinako. We'll come say hello tomorrow too.
Phew. I'm so glad Bear Jacko and Mash are feeling at home here. I can rest much easier knowing the worst has been avoided.
What do you mean by that? Were you worried they might sympathize with another area's moon cancer? That hardly seems likely. Bear Draco and Mash seem to be very rational old humans. They never agree with the other moon cancer's opinions, right?
Yeah, I know. Them being so rational is actually why I was scared. I was worried they might look around at the city full of new humans in the world where only AI survived, and come to resent AI as a whole because they're so clearly behind the times here.
You really thought that would be enough to make them resent us?
The fact that they're old humans is only that, a fact. There is nothing either good or bad about it. It's simply a difference between us. I can see where she's coming from. There are a number of AIs who see all old humans as enemies. It's just that those feelings come from punching up, so to speak. Reactions born of jealousy and fear. But no matter how much old humans might pale when compared to us in terms of specs, we all respect them for the fact that they're natural organic life. Well, of course, they're life forms that weren't made through calculations. It's the one thing old humans that AIs like us never will. Right. We see value in rare things we don't possess, regardless of what those things are. But old humans aren't like that. To people from the 21st century, AI would only ever be an artificial creation. Even third gens like us would probably only seem like imitations of the real thing, which is to say, them. AIs were made using human history as their foundation, and individual records as their genetic code. Old humans would never see us as anything more than monsters meant to replace them, no matter how much we were celebrated as a new kind of humanity. That's fine. Oh crap, proudly. That's how it should be. It's only natural for them to see us that way. The problem isn't with old humans. The problem is that we ourselves haven't been able to shake those doubts. Do we really deserve to call ourselves humanity? Are we really their replacement?
Oh, is that how humanity went extinct? When everyone got converted to AI, they stopped believing they were humanity?
I'm sure this thought crossed all our minds once BB Dubai reactivated us, but if there are no humans left on Earth now, maybe AIs like us should never have been made in the first place. Well, I'm sure the old humans would feel that way, since they've all gone extinct now, but...
I swear, for someone who claims to be a scoundrel, Hasara, you can be a real neurotic mess sometimes. Speaking as a member of Old Humanity myself, nobody would ever think that. AI is a crucial technology, and guys like you who take it to its logical conclusion are the ideal humans. You never rest, yet you never fight amongst yourselves. You never slack off. Somehow, you never hold that above anyone's head either. Many religious people spend years to get to that point. You AIs were basically born that way. I used to know a guy like that, actually. He was almost like a Buddha figure, though I wouldn't go that far. If he saw the people of Moon Dubai in action, he'd laugh himself silly, sit down and say something like, I suppose my wish to save all living things is outdated now. Perhaps I no longer need to work myself to the bone.
I appreciate you saying that, Jinako. But why? Is that the guy on 2030? How could you have such unshakable belief in us?
It's not like that. I'm just straight up happy. Your very existence is our life's work. We old humans made plenty of mistakes, but ultimately, we managed to create guys like you. We're basically your partners, and as partners, of course, we want to see our kids doing well. For that matter, are you sure AIs didn't get fed up with humans first? I mean, new human third gens aside, first and second gens don't even qualify as people. If I was an AI, I'd find the whole idea of taking care of humans too ridiculous to even bother.
That's... Well, I guess you have a point. Sometimes I find even taking care of Anthony a ridiculous use of my time. Like, you can do all this yourself, so why do you keep relying on someone else, you incompetent boob? What? I'm still getting used to things here, so it's just more efficient for you to handle those things. That's exactly what I'm talking about, you big baby. Don't blame others for your own shortcomings. Anyway, all that isn't enough to make me give up on him. And that's even more true for old humans, fundamentally different from us as they are. Whenever I look at Bail Draco, Mash, or the other servants, it makes me think about what humans used to be like, It feels like you all have something we never will, so I can never look away. What is it we couldn't do? What was it we were supposed to do? I was never programmed with the answers to those questions. But it feels to me like you old humans have probably known them for a long time.
I gotta set it straight more often. Now my shoulder blades hurt. Alright, second 10. We're in for a fight. No NPC. Woo. Section 10. Summer vacation on Earth. What? Yeah, I didn't read that before I clicked on it. Is this a flashback to what's going on Earth? Oh god, it is.
Earth is beautiful. Nature is beautiful. Whether they are good or bad, anyone taking in this sight would think the same. In their heart of hearts, they may fear nature. They may see it as no more than a stage prop to make themselves stand out. Whatever the case, so massive a natural landscape calms the mind. They would know that, for all of nature's many systems, there's no point to any of it. There's no purpose to anything nature does. It experiences neither grief nor anger, neither joy nor arrogance. It has no feelings, and is so absent of the elements of human society that make people lose heart. That's why it's so calming. That's why it's so enticing. People can sense that they belong here, no questions asked. But one mage once said, Earth, nature, has a heart of its own. That's why it evolved to be so beautiful. It was a theory built on a view of Earth as Gaia, one single massive organism. If true, it would mean that Earth itself, that nature loves humans. If you want proof, just look at how it keeps flourishing. In spite of its resources being dug up, its waters polluted, and mountains of trash being piled atop it. As far as Earth is concerned, humans and environmental pollution is no more harmful than a first-degree burn. This planet has a lot of love to give. That must be why people feel its love is so beautiful. What nerve. The blood spilled from fishing, the ground contaminated from urban development. Wildfires, desertification, depleted water reservoirs, marine pollution from illegal dumping. Yes, Earth does have a heart. It's just that her stage of life, the scale of her very existence, is so much greater than humans that they are unable to see it. Just look at this hellish landscape, at this scenery practically dripping with resentment. It was this fury, this pain of life constantly in flux, that ultimately led you humans dying out for good. And leaving only me, Earth, behind.
So is she angry with us? Wow, weird dream. That almost felt like McLaren all over again. Say, what's going on outside?
Oh, hey there. Did you only just wake up? It's almost noon, you know. It's not like you sleep in so much.
Whoa, really? Was it because of that dream? Anyway, what's going on here? Never mind that now. What's all the commotion?
Oh, that? We have a surprise visitor. Take a look over at Master Books.
Archetype Earth? Is that a servant? She looks like an actual princess.
She's no ordinary servant. I think she's probably Area H's moon cancer. If she came here to see Janako, Janako will probably be dead by now. So I think she must have some other reason for... Huh? Hakim doesn't know what to do. I think he came to take her order, but he's not having any luck starting a conversation. Two vertical jumps. Definitely a sign he needs help. I've seen it before.
Come on then, Hakuno. Let's go help him. Then I think I'll stop by Master Box on my way to breakfast.
Good idea. I'd go with you, but I'd only complicate things. She doesn't seem like she can perceive AIs very well.
That's interesting. Hi there. Is everything okay? Wait. Could that also be a reason? Because Earth itself can't see AI as human? Even if they do believe themselves as human? Would that be enough to count as extinction? Interesting.
Bear Draco.
Ah, wait. Bear Draco. Thank goodness you're here. This customer's having trouble. The touchscreen won't respond to her. She doesn't seem to know how to order either. I don't know what else to do. I know how to order, I just don't know what any of these drinks are. I can't drink something if I don't know what it is. I don't want to choose wrong.
That's a good point. May I ask who you are? Ah, no. That's the point.
Finally, someone reasonable. Good day, human. I'm Archetype Earth, Area H's moon cancer. I know this is sudden, but could I ask you to show me around? These AI and I seem to be on different wavelengths. But you have a nostalgic scent about you, so I think we'll get along fine. I heard a moon cancer was attacking, so I came as quickly as I could. What's the situation?
Quiet! She'll hear us. Now stay low. Come over here and take a look at Master Box.
Okay, I hope you don't mind my crouching next to you. Oh, hi Anthony. I didn't know you were here too.
Yes, I am. I'd like to run away as fast as I could, but this is a crisis for old Dubai. I was also worried about Bear Draco, but that seems not to have been necessary. Take a look.
Ah, I thought I'd be in my serving uniform.
Oh, they're having a pleasant chat. You can almost feel the friendly vibes all the way up here.
Right? I noticed this when he saved me too, but Bear Draco really is incredibly amiable. He seemed like the kind of person who could walk up to a living bomb and casually ask them what they were up to today. I really admire that sort of personality.
It's true. Senpai is the kind of person who would say, so they're a bomb. That doesn't mean they want to blow up every day.
I see. It seems both you and Bear Draco truly have the right stuff.
The right stuff? What do you mean?
I mean, you two are both naturally bright and good-natured companions, and you'd rather talk than fight. He's actually lucky that Bear Draco is by himself too. The lack of combatants means the atmosphere is remaining decidedly non-combative. On top of that, that princess may be a moon cancer, but she doesn't seem to be very interested in fighting. Bear Draco was showing her around Main Street earlier. She clearly had no intention of attacking at any point. That must mean she's not here for old Dubai. She probably wants to evaluate the matter of Cardia for herself.
Oh, look! Hakim's bringing them lunch. It looks like Senpai ordered, huh? French cuisine? Well, that's not at all his usual.
It's a more mature choice. He must want to look good in the presence of royalty.
I see. The punch is not quite big enough for a young person like him, but since he's representing Kadia, he must be keeping appearances in mind. Meanwhile, the Mooncatcher ordered... a hamburger Merry meal that comes with a toy! I never would have guessed!
Yay! It was my idea to model that meal on the soul system. I'm so glad she picked it. Well, looks to me like we can leave them to their own devices.
So this is what humans eat. I could tell a lot of work went into this meal. It was most enjoyable. And now not just this lovely lunch. Everything in this town is worthy of preserving. And the stories you told me of Kadia moved me very deeply. Thank you for treating me like a neighbor and showing me around, all without being frightened of me. I've never experienced summer vacation before. It's a lovely thing, isn't it? Thank you. You made my vacation.
You're very welcome. I'm glad you liked everything I showed you.
Well, not quite everything. Let me be more precise. I didn't care for the spice sock. Saw nothing good there.
Spice soup. Right.
There's no specific reason I can point to for that. I just found it a bit barbaric. At any rate, Dubai is a wonderful city. I am a Mooncancer, so I understand that technically it exists in opposition to me. But I no longer have any desire to fight you Chaldeans, or this area's Mooncancer. Besides, I never cared for the way this election is being handled. Just take the name. Don't you think the final boss of humanity's Annihilation Showdown is promising more than it can deliver? If Mooncancers are going to compete to be the final boss of humanity, they should ignore the voters and fight each other. Suffice to say, I'm very displeased by the baffling choice to make this an election rather than a tournament. Oh, please don't misunderstand. I was only joking. I will not deny that humanity has gone extinct. As living beings, they were bound to end eventually. My preferred method of annihilation is to simply watch over humanity until it comes to an end. I have no intention of hurrying up the process along myself. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Although?
I know it's silly to bring this up now, but... Archetype Earth? That's really your name?
Right, I suppose you wouldn't be familiar with this concept. I could simply tell you, but now that we've gotten to know each other, why not show you feelings in physique, mind, and soul? Yes, let us converse as though we were fire and ice coming together. May I have this dance?
Meaning? Alright, I understand. Then I won't hold back. Fatal battle. Wait, what? Wait, what? Increase charge loss resist effects. Immune to all debuffs. Cover HP so it's invisible. Remove gusts from yourself when attacking with no phantasm. I think the best option is to pop up the Sullen Defense. Don't I hate wasting a break chain?
じゃなくてお願い。いい空ね、文句なし。シューター、例の合図はメリコ完璧。全部とプレイゴー。最果ての島、罪の都。最後の竜は我がの目に。集う円卓の守護者たち、ラウンド・オブ・アーバロン。頭冷やそっか。パンチの差、ここ道はもうやだ。この城の追納、月の城にようこそ。熱心歌い。
Crap. I rearranged this wrong. Merlin's 20% wouldn't be helpful.
そうでなくちゃ。記録更新して仰せのままに。誇りにかけて。フライトラインクリア。レディーラウンチゴー。ボンディーヌ出る。ASM 発射。ガレットフルオープン。虹を描け。フライトアルビオン。はあ、輝きを。抑える
Wait, what?
星は眠る。すり
Let's go see for one turn, and I didn't have enough NT anyway, so. Technically still have one Psalm, don't I?
やります。仰せのやった。えい。エース発射。
Nice!
接近。光る。
Oh crap, yeah, she wants to kill us.
切り上げ。引き分け。化粧の。
No more buffs. I did not expect this to actually go this far.
キャビンで待っていて。やった。
If I switch to Merlin, I think. With the clocks. Increase crit rate when sustaining a crit attack. Increase sharp by 1 when taking NP damage. So MP afterwards. Okay. That's a good thing I read that, because I would have been effed. Switch to Merlin. Fingers crossed.
いい空に文句なし。シューター、例の合図はメリコ完璧。全部と走れ。チャレント。接近。調子に乗ってバカンスはここまでね。空想苦言。天に鎖。道知る。仰ぎなさい。星を覆う天外を。
Thank God she doesn't have Pierce Invincible.
熱し薄ま温めなし。
Ooh, bad.
けないぞ。仰せのままにここで
そうだ。
ほんと使えない。なだれかな。化粧の
And Gastroria
切
lives.
り上げ。
小さな窓が
お願い。
We got stars, we got HP, and we get invincibility. So, should be safe.
星の宇宙に物々に楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のに通るがいい。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
And this should hopefully push Mel to, Max? Yeah, because he's at 97 right now, so.
それはいつか来る
Wasn't
兆
ticked.
しの星
We're good.。
誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドカリバーン。エースに
Or she dies right now. Who is this?
今回はうまくいきました。
Right, finish part 1. Carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, helium, untold amounts of gas and interstellar dust. These are the elements that come together over the course of almost a million years to finally form planetary eggs. This process is not especially rare. It could hardly be called special or exceptional. In space, this is a daily occurrence. So common is that it exceeds the daily birth rate of any civilized society. And just like chicken eggs that fail to meet quality standards, most planetary eggs disappear as swiftly as they form. The problem is what comes after. It takes incredible good fortune for a planetary egg to become a celestial body itself. Is the core the right temperature? Is there another celestial body near enough for it to become a wandering planet? Does it have any neighboring celestial bodies destined to collide with it? Are the nearest galaxies too close? And most importantly, does the sector contain souls that can grow in inertial life? Life is the force of attraction, the power to draw other things in. When a planetary egg forms in a sector of space imbued with that property, that is when a planet with the potential for intelligent life is born. A planet's soul exists before the planet itself. It affixes itself to a celestial body to become its heart after the fact. In the Magecraft world, these souls are known as archetypes. They are the models for all creation to follow. However, just because these archetypes existed before planets does not mean they were the first form of life. They are, at their core, mind and soul, materially speaking. They may as well not exist at all. At this stage, archetypes fall under the same category as divine spirits and planet-born elementals. They only become life forms after the fact. Once intelligent life has begun to grow on a planet, the archetype realizes, "Oh, I see. So this is what we looked like at our initial illusion, and in our essential conclusion. And by dreaming, they are born." Although archetypes are formed along with their planet, it is not until civilization matures that their model is finally created. Despite being inherently supernatural as their planet's brain, they can't even tell what they themselves look like without intelligent life. That is what makes an archetype celestial. They are given a planet's ultimate form. However, celestials are still only concerned with matters pertaining to the entire planet. They have no interest in the intelligent life forms growing on the planet's surface. As intelligent beings,
Archetypes are not the first form life takes. Rather, they are the first way it looks. In other words, they are souls looking to create new planets meant to succeed them.
What the? It feels like my mind was just expanding.
Are you back with us now? Please, don't pay that any mind. It's no big deal. At any rate, I think I've been here a bit too long. I'd better be on my way. But first, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a question, Baron Draco. Why do you think BB Dubai is holding this final boss showdown?
Because she won't be free until May's gone for good. Because she can't make up her own mind?
Exactly. As I see it, BB Dubai is unable to make this decision herself, and not one of the intelligent beings on Moon Dubai has the answer. So she's collecting samples of various extinction theories with the intent to choose one of them. This is the largest mystery surrounding her, or rather, Moon Dubai itself. Why is she searching for a clear reason for humanity's extinction, when the fact of their extinction is already beyond dispute? And for that matter, what did annihilate the people of Earth? Solving this mystery falls to you, visitors from the 21st century.
Later that day, 8 p.m.
Welcome back, everyone. Nice work. Yeah, seriously, great job. I'll be pouring all over all this data you brought back about Area H's and H and I for sure. She who controls the information controls the election. This data will make it easy for us to strategize. So Area H really is a non-combat zone, huh? Looks like it's just a straight-up amusement park.
Yeah, nothing there even looked like a weapon. All the attractions were fun and exciting. I just wish we could have seen what the area's moon cancer looked like.
Yeah, I never would have thought she'd come to Old Dubai herself. Thank goodness nothing bad happened.
Quite right. At worst, she could have killed Lady Janako and Master both while we were away. But fortunately, it looks like her visit was happily uneventful. Just knowing that Area H's moon cancer, Lady Archetype Earth, isn't our enemy is more than enough.
What is it, Miss Xiao? Something on your mind?
No, it's just... Well, are you sure that moon cancer was really Archetype Earth? From what you've told us, she sounds nothing like the Archetype Earth I know. You're familiar with her, Xiao? Huh? Well, I never met her or anything. I do know the same things about her as every executor, though. The Archetype Earth I know is a true ancestor vampire, who has no common sense, thinks only of herself, can't read a room, and causes trouble everywhere she goes. They say not even grass grows in her wake.
So she's a walking natural disaster? She didn't seem anything like that to me.
No, based on what you've told us, she doesn't to me either. Maybe they just look alike? At any rate, it's good that we know who Area H's moon cancer is now. I think we can afford to wait and see how things play out with her. What about Area I? What did you find out there?
They've stopped producing mechanized soldiers. Now they're building something near the Ferris wheel. They see how believes it's some kind of transformer station. A transformer station? At the Ferris wheel? What's that line thinking? Is he trying to attract votes by offering free rides or something? Well, anyway, in that case, let's wait and see what he's up to. Besides, if the Ferris wheel starts working again, it'll lighten things up for all of Moon Dubai. I, for one, fully support Moon Dubai getting more recreational facilities. These AIs clearly need all the fun they can get. Alright then, once the Ferris wheel is back in operation, let's infiltrate Area I and bring along planets to next.
We can thank Edison for contributing to Dubai's development and serving him up an iron fist of justice all at once.
Alright, since it's probably gonna be another NPC fight, it's gonna take a while, so I'm gonna call it a night here. And we'll continue this on tomorrow. So until then, thank you everyone who joined me today, and I will see you all next time. I did not notice he got her picture there. Anyway, next time, bye bye!